Can we please stop watching these Disney live action remakes? It's getting pretty old, right? Like, are people still excited about these? I don't get it. I really don't. Why would I want to see a cartoon with amazing imagery, things that can't be done on that scale in live action? You see, the thing about animation is you can do things that you can't do anywhere else. The characters can squash and stretch, and they have life and movement of their own, all their own. And we're taking things that are classics and we're making them worse. For what? Nostalgia? I can go back and watch those movies already. I don't need to go and give Disney money for doing something lame, something half-assed almost. And then you have The Lion King. It's not live action. It's photorealistic animation with motion capture of a sort. But from a lot of the reviews, they're saying it's not good. It looks bad. The characters look awkward. Real animals moving their mouths like real animals, but speaking. You see, that's the thing about animation. You're able to suspend your disbelief for a little bit longer. You're able to accept things that you wouldn't if things are more live action. Go back and watch Be Our Guest, an original Beauty and the Beast from Disney. And then watch the one that's the live action remake. It's so much worse. It's not just that someone else is singing and it's different. It's that the ambiance of the scene, the visual beauty of it, it's worse. It doesn't look as good. It's not as good. It's not as rich. It's not as impactful. Could a movie come along from Disney, one of these remakes, that just blows it out of the water? Absolutely, sure. Anything can happen. But let's stop. We're not making the old movies better. We're not making these movies any better. We're just making, if anything, we're rehashing it and making the old ones be diminished, if that's possible. I, for one, am tired of these. I've seen a couple and I'm just done. I'm not interested. Disney used to make original properties, or at least take different books and movies, or different books and mediums and things, and make movies out of them. Sometimes they even made original properties. Which is the thing is, now, if they just remake movies they've already released, we're not going to get new creative things that we got in the past. Go back and watch some of those Disney live action movies. Not all of them are great, the ones from the 90s or the 80s, but at least they're trying something different. At least they're new. They're not just taking an existing movie and just really making a straight adaptation. That's what we got from a lot of these newer ones that have come out. They're the exact same, except worse. Now we have The Lion King. And I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I'm done. So please, I'm begging you all, stop going to these movies. Stop giving Disney your money for them to be lazy. And some people say, well, they're not lazy. They're spending lots of money on this and lots of hard work at putting into this. But it's creatively lazy. It's, if you can use the word art about movies, if you can use it about a multi-billion-dollar company like Disney, if you can use the word art about something like that, their art is getting worse. An endless string of sequels. Did we need a Frozen 2 being released in the theater? Imagine if Beauty and the Beast 2 had been released in the theater. Or the Cinderella sequels, or Bambi 2. Have you even seen Bambi 2? I sure haven't. But now we're getting a Frozen 2. These endless sequels and remakes are getting old. All right, we saw Endgame. We saw the Avengers story up to that. Can we stop? Some people might get mad at that. Oh, I like the Marvel movies. Okay, that's fine. I get it. But as long as we're going to these movies, as long as we're making them $1 billion gross, innovation is going to go away. They're not going to take a chance on something else when they could cash in on this stuff. And we have all the power. As the consumer, we vote with our dollar. Our money determines what they produce. And if something doesn't bring that money in, if suddenly these remakes stop making money, they're not going to make them anymore. Instead, I see people saying, yeah, I'm going to go to Aladdin. I don't think it'll be as good as the original, but I like Aladdin, so I'm going to go see it. You could watch the original. You could watch the movie that you liked as a kid. And they come back and say, oh, it was okay, but I didn't like this change and that change. What did you expect? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a curmudgeon. Maybe I'm just too unrealistic to ask people to stop saying these. But look what's behind me. That ain't Scar. That ain't Simba. That ain't Nala. Those are just regular looking, almost real looking lions. They don't even look that real. I just don't like it. And I hope you don't either. So don't go see those movies.